Hello and welcome to Truck Blog TV. I'm Chris Duke, and today we're going to install an Airaid intake kit, which is going to give us an additional 21 horsepower on our project vehicle, a 2008 GMC Yukon 5.3 liter. Let's check out the parts. As you can see, the stock intake kit on this GM truck is highly restricted with this big old closed up box, so Airaid engineered a solution to solve the problem, and that includes this heat shield right here, a pre-oiled air filter, this big intake tube, a bunch of adapters and hoses and clamps. And all you need to install it are a couple of common tools like these socket wrenches, Phillips screwdriver, and an Allen wrench. Let's get started with the installation. First thing we need to do is we need to get this beauty cover off so we can get to the rest of the intake. And to do that, all you got to do is lift up on the front of it and pull it forward. And there it is. We're going to disconnect this breather hose from the valve cover, and that just pops off like that. Now we've got to remove the factory intake tube and radiator hose from this assembly, and the way you do that is you just press down on this hose and it pops off. That's it. We've loosened up this factory intake tube right here. We've got 3 clamps that we need to loosen up. One's over here and the other 2 are located over here. All you need to do that is a simple flat blade screwdriver. Now that we've got these tubes disconnected, we can remove the stock intake tube from the mass airflow sensor right here just by popping that off. This whole assembly kind of twists up and pops off the engine just like that. We've got the intake tube off the engine. We're going to remove the mass airflow sensor, which is this guy right here. We've already loosened this clamp, so we're just going to twist this, take him off, and set him aside. Now we're going to remove the factory airbox, and the way you do that is you just grab a hold of it, rock it back and forth, grab it, pull it out. We're going to remove our factory airbox mounting plate, which is connected with these 4 10mm bolts. Alright, this is our last bolt here. There's our mounting plate. We're going to put together these 2 panels of this cold air dam using 5 3/16 inch screws. We're going to install this filter adapter right here with these 3 1/4 inch bolts and an Allen wrench. Now I've got our cold air dam fully assembled, we can put it in where the factory airbox was. We're going to use these 4 6mm bolts to do it. Now Airaid recommends that you don't over tighten these bolts. I'm going to attach the mass airflow sensor to this filter adapter with the stock clamp. Then this hump hose here is going to go on the mass airflow sensor. Tighten it down, just the clamp that's on the mass airflow sensor. Next, install the barbed fitting into the intake tube. We're going to take this urethane coupler, we're going to install it on the throttle body end of this tube with a hose clamp. We're going to install the tube onto the hump hose and the throttle body. Now we're going to tighten both clamps. I've got the Airaid intake assembly fully installed. We need to attach this Airaid supplied breather hose from the factory port down here that we originally detached the OEM hose from up to the tube. That's it. Install the Airaid filter onto the filter adapter right inside here. Install this weather strip on the top of the cold air dam, starting over here with the side fender and looping around to the radiator. All right, after you've tightened everything up, you want to reinstall the beauty cover. Just make sure that these two spots here on the bottom of the beauty cover align up with these two posts. What you got to do to reinstall it, just slide it in, watch out for all the hoses, line it up, press down. Installation's all done. Let's fire it up and see how this thing sounds now. Well, we just finished the installation of our Airaid intake kit on our 08 GMC Yukon. Installation was easy and it sounds great. Best of all, we got rid of this big hot mess right here. That does it for this show. For more information, go to www.airaid.com, and for more episodes of Truck Blog TV, go to truckblog.tv. Let's take a look at one of the parts. Hello, and welcome to another episode of Truck Blog TV. All right. So to solve the problem, Airaid came out with a kit to solve the problem. I'm not a professional. I'm not. You want some ice cream?
Luke, I am your father.
This is Kiki.
In the jungle, the mighty jungle.
Work your way towards the radiator. Oh. Now we're going to install this weather strip. For more information on Airaid, go to www.airaid.com, and for more episodes of truckblog.tv.